Hey guys, it's Nikki. So in today's video, I'm going to be filming like a get ready with me. I'm going to be using my Jeffree Star Morphe collab again for this video. If you guys have not seen, I did an entire first impressions and swatches of this palette in my previous video, so go ahead and check that out if you're interested. I swatch all the shades for you, and I basically talk about the palette, talk about the price, and also talk about all the shades, what I think, and everything like that. If you guys have not seen this video, go ahead and check that out. Also, do let me know what you think of this camera angle. I'm trying out of a different angle. I'm trying to be more center when I do like makeup tutorials, so let me know if you guys like this angle or if you like it where I'm kind of facing the side where you get more of like a wider shot. Either way, let me know which one you like. But in today's video, I wanted to dabble into this palette again. I think I want to play with like this gray and silver color right here, so we'll see what we come up with in today's video. I'm also going to be trying out new techniques in this video that I haven't really done before, so we'll just kind of see what we think and see how it goes. Usually I have my brows done first, but today I'm going to try doing them after my foundation, how I used to do them. So we'll see, we shall see. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video, get into this makeup tutorial. I don't really know what I'm doing today, so we're just going to kind of wing it and see what happens. So first I'm going to start off by priming my face. I'm going to use the Flower Beauty. This is the In Your Prime Hydrating Primer. Now I'm going to take the LA Girl. This is the Pro Prep HD Soothing Face Primer or Smoothing Face Primer. And I'm just going to apply this in my T-zone and anywhere where I have pores. Right, so I applied some primer to my eyes. I have tape on. Now I'm going to go ahead and get into this palette. I'm going to take the shade Lynn right here, which is just a matte cream shade. And I'm just going to apply this all over my eyes just to set that primer. Now I'm going to go in with the shade 1985, which just looks like this. And it's a very light transition shade, so I'm just going to apply this in my transition area. Sorry if you hear any background noise. I have my dishwasher going, so it's kind of making like a weird sound. So now I'm going to take the shade Vroom Vroom, which is right here. It's just a really nice matte gray, and I'm going to do a halo eye today just because I haven't really done one in a little bit, and I'm just feeling like doing one. So I'm just going to apply this in the inner and outer corner of my eye and just kind of stamp that, and then apply this in my lower crease. Now I'm going to take the shade Mr. Diva right here, which is a little bit darker than that transition shade, and with just a smaller blending brush, this is just by e.l.f., I'm just going to blend this outer corner color and the transition together, going about halfway. The whole purpose of this is just to really blend those outer edges together, making sure that there's no harsh lines between the two. And I'm just gonna take my blending brush again, my transition brush, with no additional product, and I'm just going to blend those together. Then I'm gonna take Vroom Vroom one more time, which is that gray, and I'm going to basically just pack that over everything because we can kind of lose that intensity from all the blending. This looks gonna be like a little bit more cool toned than what I normally do. Now I'm gonna take the shade What's the Tea, which is right next to Vroom Vroom. It's kind of more of like, I don't know how to describe it, like a mustardy baby puke mustard color. And with a blending brush, I'm gonna apply that there. I'm just going to apply this directly in the crease. Now before I do like the center part and carve that out, I want to add a little bit more darkness to the look. I want to do that before, so that way I don't mix it in with the lighter color. I'm going to take the shade Fast Lane right here, which is basically just the dark matte black. I'm so sorry that I can like not talk today, you guys. My sinuses, my allergies have been bugging me like crazy. So this is just what we're working with right now. I'm just going to take this black in like the very outer corner of the eye here, not like too much, and then like the very inner corner of the eye, and this is basically just going to darken up that just kind of darken up those areas just a little bit. And I'm just gonna take it in like the very outer part of my lower crease as well. And then we will go in and blend this out, but the sole purpose of this is just to kind of darken up the look and make it just a little bit more smoky, but not over the top. I actually got this tip from Casey Holmes, like I think it was like a year or so ago. I saw her doing this in her halo eyes, where she just kind of like added just a little bit of black to her outer and inner corner, and then she just went in and blended it out, and it just made it look a little bit more smoky and sultry. And then I'm just gonna take a blending brush and kind of run over everything. This look definitely has a really weird color combo, but like kind of here for it. I'm gonna go in with I just use this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer as primer because it's nice and sticky and it works really well. So I'm gonna apply this in like the center just to carve out, and I will go in with a brush and kind of blend it out, but this is where I'm going to put that lighter color. So I'm just gonna apply some concealer. So now for the center, I'm gonna take this shade, which is Custom Rims, and it's a super metallic silver. I have not used this shade yet, and I'm just going to apply this directly in the center. Wow, that's pigmented. And I'm gonna put that on why that concealer is still a little tacky too, because it's gonna stick to that concealer. Holy crap, this is, might I add, this is like no Fix Plus or setting spray on my brush at all. Like I am not even spraying my brush, and this is how it looks. Like that is so pretty. Shimmer in the shade is beautiful. It could be because we have on a sticky base, but still, like initially the brush isn't wet, so that's a good sign. Holy moly. Well, this is the finished eyeshadow look on top. Wow, that looks gorgeous. I'm going to apply some eyeliner and then come back and do my foundation and stuff. Like I said, I've been just going and like trying out new orders of my makeup. Sometimes I just feel like doing that. I really don't have any fallout on my eyes, or like down here on my cheeks from my eyes, which is really nice. I have like a little bit of silver sparkles on my face, but I feel like I can just wipe those off and be good to go before I start my face. So I'm gonna do my eyeliner, and then I will be back to do like foundation, all that stuff, and then finish up with the rest of the look. Alright, so I have my winged liner on. Now I'm going to apply foundation. This is the Becca, this is the Ultimate Coverage 24-hour foundation. This is in the shade Buff. It's a little like yellow for me. It's fine. It looks fine when you have on like contour and everything else. So I'm just gonna take a foundation brush. This is the Morphe x Jeffree Star JS1. This is an amazing, amazing foundation brush. I do have to wash this brush though, because usually after a while when you use it with foundations, it can kind of cake up on the brush a little bit. So I just need to like go through and wash this brush, because then that way it's a little bit easier to blend. You can even see too on the brush that there's just a lot of foundation on there, so I just need to wash it. Some brush cleaner, that way it's all nice and smooth. Now I'm gonna go in with a sponge. This is also the Jeffree Star Morphe sponge. I'm gonna put just a little bit of foundation on my sponge, and I'm going to just basically buff in all of where I put foundation to make it more smooth, also to give it more coverage. This is a really nice full coverage foundation, which is why I like to take the sponge to my face just to make sure I get any excess foundation. Like, the sponge will just soak up any excess foundation, just so that way it doesn't look overly cakey or anything like that, and it helps smooth out anything that the brush might have missed, or add extra coverage to a spot that the brush might have missed too. So now it is brow time. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. I do have a full detail brow tutorial here on my channel, so definitely check that out if you want to know how I do my brows. But I'm just gonna do a little magic with editing, and I don't have brows, and then in a second I'm gonna have brows. Brows are on. So now I'm gonna get into my cream products. I'm not gonna go super in depth on these, just because I am gonna make an entire dedicated video to me doing my creams, why I do them, and the benefits of me doing them. So I'm just gonna kind of talk about what I'm doing, speed through the process, and everything like that. So for all my creams, I am gonna be doing cream contour. I'm just using this Anastasia cream contour kit. It's very messy and I need to get refills for it, so I will be planning on doing that soon. Also taking a cream blush. This is just the Sephora like Blush Me blush. It's just a nice like pink color just to put on my cheeks. I like doing cream blush because it just kind of gives your cheeks a little bit of an extra flush. Then I'm also taking a cream highlighter. This is the Becca Glow Glazed Stick. It's basically just like a translucent color. It just gives a glow to the cheeks. And then I will be applying my concealer after I do cream contour. So I'll be back in a second to do that. Before I finish up with my creams, I'm gonna just do concealer. This is the Urban Decay the Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Light Warm. I don't have a lot of this concealer left. I'm kind of just like scraping off the edges here. I'm just gonna blend that out. Okay, so now I'm going to bake my face. I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution powder in the shade Lace, and I'm just going to use this to bake my face. I have it in the little cap. So I'm just going to apply this powder with a little mini sponge underneath my under eye here and then on my chin. I'm just going to mainly bake the places on my face that I get oily. Center of my face. And then I like to bake underneath my under eyes because my under eyes are always the first thing that looks like crepey. But you know what I mean, like when your under eyes tend to look just a little weird. That is how my under eyes always look after a while if I don't bake them. So what I do while I usually let the bake sit for like a minute or two, I don't let it sit for like ever and ever. I'm just gonna take my eyeliner and all I'm gonna do is just put that in my waterline and then put glue on my lashes, and that's pretty much what I do, to be completely honest with you. I don't let it sit for like 10s and 15s and minutes, like I don't have that time. We're just gonna let it sit for a little bit and I'm gonna do that stuff and then come back to finish up the under eyes and wipe off the bake and everything like that. Alright, so to wipe off my bake, I'm gonna be taking this Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Classic Ivory. It's just a very light powder and just looks like this. I am just going to wipe off my bake with this. Not only is it going to set those places in place, but it's also going to brighten up the center of my face. This isn't meant to be a brightening powder, but I like to do is I like getting lighter shades and powders that I like to set my face with, because then that way they can act as a brightening powder, and then that way you don't have to buy a specific brightening powder when a normal face powder can do the same. So after I set the center of my face, I'm gonna set my entire face using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Medium. The light one is way too light, but this basically is a very natural looking powder. It sets the makeup, but it doesn't make your makeup look cakey. It doesn't make your skin look powdery. I'm gonna go ahead and apply mascara and lashes and then do my lower lash line. I have a video uploaded about a year ago how I apply my falsies, so I will also too link that down below, or one of the cards. I don't know which side it's on, but I think it's this side or this side. I'll link it in a card. That way you guys can see how I apply my falsies and everything like that. Alright, so I have lashes on. I did a little bit more of a dramatic lash to kind of make this look a little bit more dramatic, and I really like it. I think it added a lot to the eyes. Now we're gonna go back to our Morphe Jeffree Star palette. We're gonna do the lower lash line. I'm pretty much gonna do the same thing on the bottom that I did on the top. So we're gonna start with 1985 right here, and this is just going to be like our bottom transition shade. I'm just gonna take this and run this on the bottom of my lower lash line.
And I'm just gonna in a small ball.
And then on a small little angled brush with that black, I'm gonna put this directly right at the root of my lashes. As you can see where my eyeliner is, I'm basically gonna put that right underneath that eyeliner, kind of like smudge out any excess that is on my lower lash line. So I'm gonna go back in with Vroom Vroom. It's such a fun name. Vroom Vroom, Vroom Vroom. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, and I'm just gonna take that on a little like packer shader brush, and I'm going to blend out that black. So now I'm going to take What's the Tea, which is that one kind of interesting color shade, and we're going to put that, basically we're just going to blend that all on the lower lash line at the very bottom to blend all of these colors together. I'm going to take a little bit of that Mr. Diva, and I'm just going to blend this on like the outer part of the eye, kind of like what I did up top to make sure the outer edges are blended. I'm going to do the same thing here, just so it adds like a little bit of extra dimension to the eye. Now I'm just going to take this white shimmery color, and this is in the shade Welcome. It's the first shade in the palette, and I'm just going to highlight my brow bone with this, as well as my inner corner. Right, so we're gonna move on to the rest of the face. Now I'm going to bronze. I'm taking my Morphe. This is the the highlight contouring palette. It's called the Hi-Fi, the highlight contour palette. I'm gonna take the shade Blogger right here. Ooh, that was there was like a car that drove by, and it was like a really big shiny truck, and it just made all the lights go boom. And I'm just gonna use this to bronze up the skin. By the way, I haven't used, what's the word? I haven't used bottom mascara yet, just because I haven't done my setting spray, and I like to do my bottom mascara last, just because I have a habit of looking down and everything, and I just don't want my bottom mascara to transfer all on that lower lash line. Now I'm gonna go in with the shade Donut right here, and I am just going to contour my cheeks. This brush is so nice to contour with. This is the Morphe Jeffree Star JS3. This is such a nice contouring brush. It blends the contour perfectly where you want it, and you look chiseled but not over chiseled. And then I'm just gonna take the flat side. This is just like a Naked 2 brush, but this brush is perfect for getting like the side of your nose contour. So I'm just gonna lightly do that on the side of my nose. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take, this is just an e.l.f. illuminating palette. These are really soft. You can tell I was obsessed with this yellow shade. These are really soft illuminating like highlighters, but to me they're really soft. So I'm just gonna like literally swirl my brush in all 4 shades, and I'm just going to apply this like kind of to like the apples and like the tops of my cheeks. Kind of give it more of like a glow, like a glow from within. And I'm gonna do the same thing to my forehead, down to my chin. It just gives you like a really nice glow from within. I've seen Jaclyn Hill do this with like the hourglass powders, and it just looks so beautiful. So I'm gonna take this same powder and I'm just going to bake underneath my contour here. It looks more snotched. And then I'm gonna take this brush. This is just a Morphe E16. This is what I used to use for contour. And then when I found the Jeffree Star brush, it was just all over from there. I love it. Take this brush and we're just gonna stamp this on the sides of our nose here. Oh, powder's in my nose. So now I'm gonna apply blush. This is just an e.l.f. blush in the shade Mellow Mauve. I have totally hit pan on this blush completely, but it's really beautiful, and it's one of those blushes that can really go with a lot of looks, whether if it's more cool toned or warm toned or smoky. And now I'm just gonna wipe off that bake. So now for the fun part. I am going to spray my face. This is the Morphe Jeffree Star. This is the Set and Refresh Mist, the Starberry Scent Mist. I'm just going to set my face with this, and then I'm going to do my highlighter. I'm going to show you what I'm using first because I'm going to do it immediately following me setting my face. This is the Makeup Revolution. This is the Triple Baked Highlighter in the shade Goddess of Faith. It's like the Blushing Hearts highlighter. It's a really pretty champagne pink, and I'm going to apply that to my cheeks after I spray my face with some setting spray. My face is still damp. I'm going to apply my highlighter. I'm using my Morphe Jeffree Star brush as well. And we are just going to, woo! She's bright. Holy cow. You're gonna see me. I forgot how intense this highlighter was because I haven't really used it in a while. Oh my god. I'm gonna do another layer because I usually set my face after highlight just to blend everything together. So pretty, so pretty. Alright, so for lips, I'm gonna be taking this NYX Professional Makeup. This is like the Slide On Glide On lip liner, and this is in the shade Urban Cafe. It's kind of like a darker brown nude. And then I'm gonna take this Bare Minerals liquid lipstick in the shade Boss, and it just looks like this. These smell amazing. Like, this smells like chocolate. I didn't know that until like the first time I used it. And I'm going to just apply this liquid lipstick here. We are done. I'm gonna do my hair. I'm gonna put on bottom mascara, get dressed, and I will be back to do an outro. Hey guys, so I completely forgot about an outro, my bad. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for more videos every week, and hit that bell so you don't miss a new video. Bye!